Hi, this is Bryant with Digital Dual Bladers with a new deck profile for the 7 Great Demon Lords deck. The deck got a bit of support in B2E24, and I've been running this deck for a few months, so I thought it was time to give it a deck profile. So to start with, of course, we've got 4 of the Gate of Deadly Sins, pretty strong essential engine piece, just being able to tuck its cards under it to reduce the play cost of your Demon Lords, and then, Uguruman at the end of your opponent's turn when it has 7 or more sources with different names. Pretty essential. I think it's pretty obvious. Um, Devimon. So yeah, this is the card that just came out. I think it's pretty good just as a starter because in this deck, you want like a few cards that I would consider like starters. Like in other decks, you would have rookies, and I mean this is a rookie, but it's just cards to get your engine set up and going. And so this is a good searcher. Look at the top three. Add a Demon Lord and an Evil trait card, and then return the rest to the bottom, then trash one card in hand. So yeah, you'll play this turn one, trash a Demon Lord, then at the start of your next turn, this will get deleted, and the Demon Lord you trash will go into your gate, so it'll accelerate things. So yeah, pretty strong. I've been running 3. These used to be Sistermons, which did a similar thing, but this one searches and then trashes, which is better than Sistermon, which trashes and then draws 2. On to the next card, we got Lucimon, EX6. I think this is always going to be a 4 of. Start of the main phase or on play, you can look at the top 3, add an Angel or Demon Lord, then trash the rest. And then, of course, you can reduce the play cost by 5 if you don't have a level 5 or lower Digimon in the field. And then, end of the turn, you can send a level 6 to the top of your security to evolve this into a Chaos Mode in the trash. So, yeah, pretty essential. This is a searcher just like Demi Devi, but you get 2 searches, one on play and then one at the start of the next turn. And you want to resolve that before gate, and so it's good in the early game, but it's pretty expensive. But then in the late game, you can just play out a Demon Lord for cheap, and then play this out to get the search, and then top security the Demon Lord to get into a Chaos Mode. So yeah, I like this card. It's good in the early game and late game, unlike Demi Devi, which is just or trashing from the hand in the late game. And then we got Chaos Mode. So on play, when digivolving, your opponent has to delete a Digimon or Tamer, or else you'll get to recover and they'll have to trash. So it's a good way to gain back security when you're after your opponent's been pressuring you, or just to get rid of one of their bodies. And then secondly, when this card would be removed from the battle area, you can play out a Demon Lord from the trash that's level 6 or higher without paying the cost. So this is kind of like a trap card if your opponent tries to remove it outside of Digivolve. So I like to run 4. One of these used to be the old BT6 Chaos Mon, but the fact that you can't evolve it into Lucimon from the trash made me drop it. We got 3 Beelzemons. So this is an engine piece because of its all turns, where when it would leave the battle area outside of battle, you can tuck a Demon Lord from your trait card from the trash to your gate. So a lot of these engine cards I will have this all turn. So you want to run quite a few of them. It's got Rush, 11 play cost. So if you have 3 gates active, you can play it out for 2 and get some quick chip. And then, of course, on play or when digivolving, trash the top 4 cards of your deck. Then, if you have 10 or more cards in trash, digivolve 2. Digivolve is always going to be powerful at this point, and trashing cards sets up trash for Beelzemon to tuck when it gets gotten rid of. It's been pretty hard to find room to run 4 of these, so I'm only running 3. Then we got Creepymon. This one is a 4 of, and it's more defensive than Beelzemon. It's got the same all turns, but on play and when digivolving, you delete one of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon. Then you'll trash cards equal to its level, and it's got blocker. So it's a nice way to add some defense and set up the engine to get your gate going. Then we got these 2 Barbamons from the Sakuyamon starter deck. I like it because it can reduce its own play cost if your opponent has a big trash or big hand, which makes it easier to do the Lucemon combo. And then on play, when digivolving, your opponent will trash cards till they have six. And the second effect will never come up, so I'm not going to mention it. But just reducing your opponent's hand size is good because then it will combo with the end of the turn effect to trap. If they have six or more cards, they'll trash one. And then if they have five or fewer, delete their lowest level Digimon. So yeah, you want to resolve this before Lucemon to get those effects. Pretty good, just a two of nice removal, but it doesn't speed up the engine like the previous two cards, so it's not the best in that case. Then we got two Leviamons from EX5, Screwed Attack +1, which will never matter because it can't get Rush. And then on play and when Digivolving, if your opponent has as many or more Digimon and Tamers as you, delete one of their highest level Digimon, and that's sometimes going to happen. But then you'll always delete their lowest level Digimon, so you'll at least get one deletion. And then, of course, when a Digimon is deleted all turns, you'll gain one memory, so you can get 1 to 2 memory back, and then combined with three gates, that makes this a two cost Digimon to play out. So it's pretty good for breaking your opponent's board, and of course, it's going to combo with these next two cards. One Leviamon X. So if you have a Leviamon on the field and your opponent plays a Digimon by effect, you can evolve into this. And then when Digivolving, you can delete one of their tamers if they have as many or more Digimon and tamers. Then delete a 3, 5, and 7. So it's pretty nice. And yeah, just nice way to do disrupt your opponent. And of course, you can always evolve into it manually on top of like a Lucemon Chaos mode for 6. And then we got one Biting Crush. A lot of play by effects currently, but not super much. And of course, you can use it to delete a level 6 or lower. Uh, Not being able to remove a level 7 has been kind of annoying, which is why this is at 1. But just having it at 1 is nice just because you can scare your opponent by setting it on the field. Uh, for Bufomon Rage modes from EX6, it's got the all turns engine effect that I've mentioned, as well as on play and when digivolving, being able to suspend your opponent's level 5 or lowers and then delete all of their lowest play cost suspended Digimon. So yeah, just nice removal, and it combos well with the Belphemon package. So we've got these rage modes from EX10. Fortitude, start of the main phase, suspend your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. This doesn't matter. Well, I guess suspending the level 5 or lowers matters, because then it goes with the start of main phase on play, and when Digivolving to delete their low suspended Digimon or Tamers. And with Fortitude, you can tuck a Kurata or other ways to give it sources, so it'll be deleted by the gate, then it'll come back out and delete something. And having a body on the field is nice. Then we got sleep modes. I've been running these two. I think I prefer the BT13 sleep mode over the EX10. So I will run four of these in the future. But playing both, they both have their specific, deck specific, matchup specific bonuses. But yeah, this one you'll tuck a rage mode from the trash to give it immunity, and then it can't attack. That's essential to remember because I have both Mon X. And then opponent's turn, trash two to end in an attack when your opponent attacks. Same effect at the top, but instead of ending an attack by trashing two, you'll suspend two of the Digimon retainers. Both of these are pretty good. 11 play cost makes it really cheap to combo with Lucemon. And of course, you can evolve it on top of a rage mode you played earlier for one, and then just tuck another rage mode to give the effect, so that's nice too. Then we got Buffamon X antibody. This is nice, and this is why we run so many of the other Buffamons, just being able to evolve into it and then use its one Digivolving to delete their highest level Digimon, then being able to attack without suspending, and then since it has Rush, you'll always get it, as well as Piercing, and then end of the attack, or then you can suspend it to attack again, and then use its when attacking to go into sleep mode. So yeah, this is nice. I definitely want to try a more rush heavy version with this Beelzemon and that new Creepymon promo, but that'll take some time to see the light of day. Then we got 1/7 penetration. So the way this works is that you can pop stuff that's high or is higher level as the cards in hand, and you'll never have a really big hand with Demon Lords, which means you're more able to reliably get rid of level sevens via this option, which is good because the upcoming Vortex Shimon is a level 7. That's only weakness is Tamers and options. So I might replace Biting Crush with another one of these, but we'll see. Yeah. Then we got two of the Mem Setter Akihiro Kurados. So it's Mem Setter, and then end of the turn, if I have 6 or less cards in hand, you can place this at the bottom of a Belphemon to evolve it into a Belphemon and name in the trash. And then, so this is another way to get another attack if you have a Belphemon on the field and a Belphemon X in the trash. So yeah, I run 2, and it's nice not to get memory choked. Then we got 4 of the BT 13 Akihiro Kuradas. You'll never use the your turn effect, but the end of opponent's turn to draw on trash is good for setting up future plays, as well as being able to tuck the Tamer under your Belphemon to delete a level 6. And this is another way for uh, Belphemon Rage Mode from EX10 to gain a source for Fortitude. So yeah, I like it. And then we've got 3 of Rise of the Seven Great Demon Lords. Main, you can tuck a Demon Lord trait card from your hand or trash under your gate, then place it in the battle area. And then all turns, when a 7 Great Demon Lord trait Digimon is deleted, you can use the delay to play out a Demon Lord from your gate, which is nice to disrupt your opponent's plays. So yeah, uh, the fact that it's 4 cost is annoying because you'll never be able to play it and then do something else unless your opponent gives you a ton of memory. But just being able to disrupt your opponent and set up your gate is nice. And then we've got this card's win condition, Ogudomon. So yes, when your gate has 7 unique sources under it, you'll be able to play this out at the end of your turn, end of your opponent's turn, I mean. And then you can use its when attacking to tuck sources and then get rid of their uh, security and board. And that's how you would win the game when this deck was first designed. But thanks to the Belphemon giving itself or having Rush as well as Beelzemon, you can usually get enough chips in early to end it before it. So if your opponent is playing defensively, you can chip them down with either your rush bodies or wait until Ogudamon is ready. So you're pressuring your opponent from 2 ends, which gives this deck a nice rush since it's pretty slow just because of how to set it up. Especially since sometimes some games you want to be able to get your gate ready to go for Ogudamon. And also, of course, you can evolve this on top of a Demon Lord to get rid of a body with its wind digivolving, which is nice. But yeah, I've been having fun with 7 Great Demon Lords. It's very powerful, but it's probably a little too slow for this meta. But I've been enjoying it a lot, and I hope you enjoy it too. All right, until next time.